Before we get started, a little trigger warning that this does contain some talk of domestic abuse and drug use. So turn off if it's not for you.
Hi, I'm Charlotte and welcome to Married Single Divorced. I'm here with my besties.
Hi, I'm Larissa and I'm married.
And I'm Fern, happily divorced.
And by elimination, that makes me your single girl. We're bringing the group chat online and showing you behind the scenes of our very different lives.
We're confessing intimate thoughts, making jokes at our own expense, and proving life isn't all glossy Instagram feeds.
Our goal? To show the messy, funny, unfiltered side of marriage, motherhood, dating, and everything in between.
Coming up this week.
Even the coil decided to start rejecting me.
I'll jump on that grenade.
Yes. What do the people want to know?
You're divorced, Fern.
You were arrested.
I can't even fathom that this is real. We are back, episode 4.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
What's everyone got to report on this week?
Larissa, been up to much?
So I had a house visit to our building site of a house.
Okay,
Give us a bit more background on that.
We're doing a renovation project.
Oh.
And we met our lovely builder. Shout out to Ian. He's so lovely.
Go Ian.
Yeah, really nice guy, but I think the progress is slow. And I think actually that's normal. Everyone thinks these things happen overnight and they really don't. But yeah, so we're still literal building site, no walls, just a concrete floor so far.
Okay.
We're
Wow.
at shell stage.
Do you have a date?
Oh, roughly, we were like, can we get in before Christmas? I'm sensing unlikely from today's visit, but you never know.
Progress is progress. You've got a concrete pad.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. I don't know much about building houses, but my week this week, not had a lot on. I've done 5 days at work this week, 6 in a row. So,
Whoa.
yeah, that's a lot. But kind of exciting. We had our world record day on Saturday.
World
Which-
record. Guinness World
Well,
Record.
World record for where I work.
Do you get anything exciting for that?
A tap on the back? No, nothing. I think in my head when I started there just over 12 months ago, I had this target for the biggest take day. And we've been so close on so many occasions. And this Saturday we nailed it. And I was like, yeah, it feels kind of nice as well because I kind of leave the end of next week.
Kind
So
of leave or that's
I
when you
do leave. And it's nice to know that,
I love that little achievement. Like,
Leaving on a high.
yeah. You're gonna miss me.
yeah.
You're gonna miss me.
Exactly, you are going to miss me when I'm gone. Someone said at work today, big shoes to fill. I was like, that's right.
Have they been filled yet?
Yeah, they do have someone starting. He starts a week after me.
Good luck to them.
Absolutely love the place, just not managing it.
Fern, how was your week?
Good. I booked myself a doctor's appointment.
Sounds-
You know, I had the day off, so I've got this Tuesday to film.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've done the opticians, got the doctors now.
Okay.
admin.
You wanted to go for something or just
Just
like...
fancied a trip.
I was going to say,
no,
my
I'm
gran-
joking.
No, my grandma's like, I need to go to the doctors. And I'm like, why? She's like, oh, you know, just to go. And I'm like, for a chit chat? Or like, what's the vibe?
I went because I've got this lump on my elbow.
Oh, yeah.
I've just noticed it recently, like if I'm in the gym, what's it called? A plank, but then like you go into your elbows, plank walk up. I don't know what it's called. But you go
Larissa's
from-
nodding like she goes to the gym.
She was giving a really convincing like movement.
Argument.
Yeah, no arm
Like,
movement. So I
low
got
plank
it.
to high plank.
I
From your
know,
elbows
yeah.
up onto your
I got
hands
it.
and back down.
Yeah.
And it kept just like catching to the point where I don't know if it like was catching a nerve, but it would like almost make me feel sick because it
Oh.
moved. So anyway, I got myself not in a panic, but I just thought, seeing as though I've got the time, I'll book this appointment. There's a few other questionable, like I am covered in freckles, moles, whatever you want to call them. And there's a few where I just would like someone to just tell me they're okay. I think they're fine, but seeing as though I'm going. So I got into the doctors and I was like, well, firstly, it's this elbow one. She gave it a good squeeze and squidge. And she was like, oh, it's soft. It moves. Like, honestly, it's nothing to worry about. And then I pulled one pant leg up and I was like, what about this one on this knee? Almost to me, it's like a little wart like under my knee. But she gave it a different name. She was like, yeah, nothing sinister. Got my other leg out or something on there. She's like, again, nothing sinister. Turnaround's one on the back of my shoulder. I was like, this one's a bit raised, but I can't see it very well. She was like, yeah. She got a little like magnifying glass thing out and she was nothing to worry about. I was like, there is one on my bum cheek. She was like, well, we may as well look now we're here. Nothing to worry about.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, and then she was like, is this something that you are anxious about? Because I don't know if it's because I had so many. I was like, well, yeah, and like, yeah, I guess. There is that fear, I think, sometimes that I get of, I think being a single mum, I just get these like waves of fear of like, well, what if it is something sinister? Like, what will happen to my kids?
Wow.
I'm on my period and highly emotional.
Oh, sorry.
It's going to set me
they're
off again.
fleeting. They're fleeting thoughts. But I think that's when I just needed to go and have someone just tell me this isn't something to worry about. She then started showing me all pictures of melanoma. She was like, see, about 42 different shades in this one, and odd angles and this. I was like, I know, but I couldn't see the one on my bum on my back. And then we got talking about something else and she asked me about my coil. I'm now getting that out. I've booked that in for 3 weeks on Tuesday. I'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. Oh,
Yeah,
you booked it in?
Yeah.
That'll be a follow-up episode,
That
everyone.
will.
Fern versus the coil.
I mean,
It's been in there 8 years. I don't know if it'll come out.
Wow.
I thought when I had mine put in, I was told I'd get 10 years out of it.
Yours
But
fell out.
yeah, that's... did its own thing. It was like, what am I here for? Oh. Even the coil decided to start rejecting me.
Stop it.
Yeah, mine decided it had enough of just busy chilling.
But even the fact
it's diving out.
But I think the worst for that was the fact that it wasn't that, like, if it's fallen out, I don't feel like it was too much of an intrusive thing. But you were still in agony for days.
Let me tell you.
Hold on, agony with it falling out, or agony?
Yeah, have I never told you this
No.
story? Do we want a little revisit of
Yes.
this? I'd had it, must have been getting on for 5 years, I think.
Okay.
I did want it taken out because it did make your periods really quite heavy. But then one day, I just went to the toilet and I could almost feel something. And I was like, what is that?
Oh, it didn't actually fall out, like it was still in there a
Like,
little
it was
bit.
like just coming out. And then the next minute, it just clinked in the bottom of the toilet. Like, because I'd obviously like done a little wipe. Like, I'm sharing a lot here, but... yeah, like it hit
hit the toilet bowl.
Yeah. And I was a bit like, what the hell?
So you didn't feel anything at the time, though? Like, it
Not-
wasn't
not-
painful on its exit?
No, not as it came out. I remember when I'd been for a smear, the woman had been like, yeah, it's still in there. Do you check the threads? I was like, no one told me I should when I had it going. Yeah, so it just came out in the toilet. Thought nothing of it. Was like, oh, maybe I'll go to the doctors about it tomorrow. That was in the afternoon. Woke up in the night in agony. Almost like really bad period pain.
Your
And-
cervix is open somewhat to let that out.
And actually, remember thinking it was like bigger than I thought.
You sent me a picture.
Yeah.
And she was like, I knew you'd want it, so I've taken a picture for you. Like, I asked.
Yeah, like I'm going to say it was like the top half of my thumb, I think. Let me know if anybody else wants to see it, but there you go. It's been inside me. So have your children, so like chill the fuck out.
We said nothing. This is
It
you
was
on
the
some
laugh.
defence now.
Like, it's the laugh. Woke up in the night in agony. Did the normal paracetamol, ibuprofen. Managed to like drift off a little bit, wake up about 40 minutes later, have a little pace around the room, that was helping, get a hot water bottle, that was helping. You know, your mind's racing, you know.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
What's happening? My insides are falling out. I don't know. A few hours had passed and I thought, oh God, fuck it. I'm taking more paracetamol. Tried to get them down. The pain was just the pain was just so much that trying to swallow the paracetamol was like making me throw up. Like, and I just kept throwing everything back up. I wasn't bleeding or anything, but it was just like the pain. And it's that type of pain where like, you don't really know where it is.
Yeah.
It's not like it's on your knee and
It's
like, you can,
radiating
like,
everywhere.
yeah, and it's just like so internal that it's like weird. Like I
It's
can't,
like when you get a smear. Because I don't think that's so painful, but
It's-
it makes me feel a bit sick because it's that I feel like
it's so
there's a sensation that I'm like,
What is
that's not
that?
normal. Like
Yeah.
I don't recognise it, so it makes me feel a little bit
yeah,
ill.
maybe you don't experience it all the time. And I remember thinking, I'm gonna die tonight. I would not survive childbirth at this. Like, I'm thinking in my head, like, I wouldn't survive it. Like, God help all these women that have given birth. Like, I would not survive.
How do people have two?
Exactly. I phoned 111 in the end. She's like, right, I'll get a doctor to call you back soon. So like, I continue to pace. Like, I try to eat like a piece of toast with some paracetamol to get them down. Just start throwing that up.
Bitch with like paracetamol spread.
Oh my God. And once I decide I'm being sick, like, it's happening now. There's no way I'm getting to a bathroom. Like, it's like 3-4 o'clock in the morning at this point. Like, I'm throwing up. My mum's like, what's going on?
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like we've been through a whole nother day.
No,
like, okay.
it's in the middle of the night after it's happened. The lady doctor rings me back eventually and she's like, what's happened? She sounds so calm. And she's like, oh, Charlotte, explain to me what's happened. I was like, well, the coil fell out today. She's like, what? I was like, I had the coil. It fell out this afternoon. And now I've woke up in absolute agony in the middle of the night. She's like, what painkillers have you taken? I'm like, I'm taking this, this and this. But then now I just keep throwing up from the pain. And she's like, okay, what's happened is like your body's gone through a bit of a trauma. And is it the womb? Is that the womb at the I should know the anatomy.
It was in the womb and it's come through your cervix.
Yeah, but they don't call it that when there's no baby there, do they?
Uterus,
that's it. So she's like, been a bit of a trauma on your uterus and it's quite sensitive and it's just contracting a lot. Like, it's trying to like work out what's happening. It obviously shouldn't really come out on its own. She's like, are you bleeding? Like, and I'm like, no, just like the pain's too much. She's like, you will be fine. If you have any more concerns, feel free to call back 111. Go to the A&E. She was just like, you need to remain calm. Hot water bottles, painkillers, this, that and the other.
I can't tell if you're reassured by this woman at this point
or pissed
or really annoyed that she's not feeling as anxious as you are almost over
I think for just someone to say it's okay, like to be painful is enough.
A bit like me and the doctor, I'm like, just tell me that it's okay, my mom.
Yeah. I think I wanted like a miracle cure. Yeah. I just was worried that this could have like a negative impact on the fact, like if I wanted to have children. Yeah, I found it like really traumatic. I don't think I'm designed for childbirth after that. I mean,
so I've got this to look forward to in 3 weeks.
Yeah, so watch this space. Let's see how Fern.
But I didn't have the same reaction on it going in. Like, it was an very, very painful, I would say, an uncomfortable experience going in.
Oh, I just remember the doctor that did it. Charlotte, we're going where God never intended. And I was like, love that for me.
Honestly. Well, that's definitely a good get to know you, Charlotte, isn't it?
There you go.
So we were thinking for this, people want to know a bit more about us. Now, we've had a real good overshare there.
I'm good at oversharing, I think.
I mean, it's not really. I like that we're happy and
that's my body, which
this.
I'm more willing to share about. I feel like last week I shared about other people, which I'm a little bit on edge about.
What do we want to know about? What do the people want to know?
Your divorce, Fern. I want to know.
I know.
I feel like you gave us like a real snippet. Like, was it met at 22, married at 23, first child by 24, second child by 27, divorced by 28?
Second child 26. But well done for remembering all those numbers.
Bestie.
27 was separation.
Okay.
Do we want to know about the marriage? Do we want to know about just the divorce? Because I feel like obviously the marriage has to lead to the divorce.
Into the divorce. I think we need to start like at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, going all the way back.
The timeline was quite fast.
Yes.
Had you come out of a relationship before you met your ex-husband? What was can we go all the way back?
So let's go back to...
remember I did share that I knew his girlfriend when he met you.
Yes. And bearing in mind these two ladies sat with me do know most of this story, but...
You wouldn't have been there for quite a bit of it. Like, you were living in Norwich, weren't you? Okay.
So, the last Larissa knew, I was in a relationship, quite a long-term relationship with someone at uni.
Yeah.
We'd been away travelling together, and my boyfriend and you and your now husband.
Yeah.
Had been away travelling together, so you knew him quite well. I guess it kind of seemed like a very steady relationship. I came out of uni and didn't get a job straight away. I applied for quite a few graduate schemes and was just not getting any success in them. Over then the summer, I kind of like reevaluated and was like, I feel like the reason why I wasn't getting anywhere was because I'd never really had a job. Not really. Like, I'd worked for in my parents' company, but that doesn't really count. So I'd applied for some like just casual work. So I'd applied for a job in a hotel, got this phone call, come in for an interview, and there we go. So I've got this job, serving my afternoon teas.
Oh, yeah.
And the odd famous person.
Hugh Grant.
Really?
Name drop.
Yes. There's a few like news presenters and stuff. It was
Yeah.
a nice hotel. So I was like a day shift worker.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like 8 till 6, I think. And like obviously then the night staff came in. And because then it was a bar, so it was like afternoon tea venue, coffees, drinks that turns into like a bar, the hotel bar at night. So
Yeah.
like the night staff then worked till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. There was also a really fancy restaurant attached to it, like a proper, almost Michelin star, like really fancy.
Yeah, for a long time it was like one of the top places in Manchester.
was.
Yeah. It's just fun. I'm just meeting new people. Boyfriend,
Hospitality is fun.
it's fun.
Yeah.
When you're young as well,
Yes.
it's
Like,
fun.
We got those massive serving trays, you know, like at TGI's where they bring like all 5 meals on a humongous tray. When I started doing some of the night shifts, we took them to like the back stairs. Like the customers could have gone up and down and like slid down the stairs on these trays.
Oh my
So
gosh.
fun. Anyway, I digress. So I'm working there. The restaurant doesn't open till like 7 at night, but the staff come in from about 4 o'clock. Bear in mind, I finish at 6. So there's this 2-hour crossover and we all share the space at the back. And there's a guy there and he's very flirty, a lot older than me. So I was 22 at the time,
How old was he?
32.
Oh wow, I didn't realise it was 10 years.
Yeah, 10
Wow.
years older.
There was 10 years with my parents though. Age is just a number.
Yeah, not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, just a lot of flirting, but he was flirty with everyone.
Yeah.
Very charismatic, like over the top character. And then it just kind of progressed from there.
Sorry, just to go back, you're still in a relationship at this point.
Larissa's like, don't forget key points. You're in a relationship.
Okay, so I'm in a relationship. Uni's finished. He's from Kent. We're living with my parents. Now,
Changes the vibe.
yeah.
I imagine.
I mean, it had already started not being that great. Like, we just were on different pages. I'd got this job and was found like a new lease of life, like was having fun. Like he'd started a PhD and was still very much in like the uni phase, and our lives just really started to take different paths. And I realised I just wanted more. I wanted fun. I wasn't ready to settle down, get a flat, be married in a few years. Hence why it's quite ironic and funny. That relationship was dying a death.
Oh.
There was some guilt I think I felt for the fact that he had nowhere else to go. He was studying in Manchester and he didn't have a house in Manchester. And he was living with my parents. So I think that's what prolonged the
messy.
relationship. Yeah, it was almost like it was over. We'd got to the point where we were talking about like, we need to start trying to like date again, trying to bring some fun, because it had just, we'd
Fizzled.
lost who we were. Like we
Yeah.
weren't
Yeah.
a couple anymore. So as that's going on, and then this really exciting thing at work's going on, and I'm making all these new friends and I'm going out, this flirty guy that works in the fancy restaurant, obviously it would almost like start flirting and then I'd leave. My shift was over. So there was like a bit where they were like looking for some people.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah, people who were like, we need people to work the evening shift. I was like, me. I'll
Hand
do
up.
it.
I'm ready.
I'll jump on that grenade.
Yes. So then the flirting continues. Well, it was like a really old-fashioned restaurant and they had like a bread trolley that they'd like take around.
Love that.
He'd come and like feed me from the bread trolley. Like he'd wheel it back in and be like, oh, try this bread tonight.
Mate, if you want to find a way to like
Our hearts.
that's it.
Give me that bread.
Carbs, yes please.
Then they'd have a whole like smoked salmon where they'd carve it like at the table and he'd come and like bring me a piece and like round the corner and put it in my mouth. Now it sounds so awful and cringy now.
So sexy.
But at the time, maybe I was looking for something different, wasn't I? I think I was.
You wanted
bored.
the salmon and the bread.
I wanted the salmon and the bread. He'd bring me like a little glass of like a really fancy wine, and he just seemed so like cultured and just knew so
Confident.
much. Confidence oozed out of this man.
Oh, if there's one thing I can describe about him, like thinking back, he was like nothing we really knew as we were young. Like we were
Yeah.
just out of uni,
Schmoozer.
22.
Yes.
Like you spoke about your husband being exotic when you first met him, but this guy, he had this like confidence, the way he walked, the way he talked.
He was
He
also
could-
6'6".
and you're 5'6".
Two.
Yeah. You know, he knew about wine. He knew about... also we believe.
Well, that's what I mean. It was the confidence. He could have sold you anything, but it was just because he did it so well.
Well, he worked in sales with a tray. Like, that's what I
yeah.
would say about hospitality. Like, you work in sales, but you carry a tray. Yeah, he was, like, charismatic, a little bit older, had these stories to tell, knew about wine, knew about food.
So this relationship that I was in comes to an end. He's found some texts that he thinks are questionable. And they were, don't get me wrong, like, I crossed a line and that wasn't nice. And he was kind of like, oh, I don't know if I can forgive you. I was like, I'm not bothered. Yeah, I'm no, and that's not, like, I didn't say I'm not bothered. I was like, I'm not looking for forgiveness as in to rekindle anything. Like, I don't need you to forgive me and we can move on. I think it is just the end. It is horrible. And I still think back to it now and do not have nice thoughts of me at that time. I'm like, that wasn't nice. And I think it's changed who I am now. Like, I just don't think I could ever, like, accept anyone like that or treat anyone like that. There's no blurred lines, so I feel.
So I was going to say, from this experience, if someone was to, like, there were blurred lines or someone did that to you, you just wouldn't forgive?
Well, it's just the end of a relationship, isn't it? If you're doing that. So I know that I did that because to me that relationship was over. I felt so bad because he didn't have anywhere else to go. He ended up, like, moving in with someone we'd been at uni with back in Sheffield and was commuting to Manchester until he ended up in then a really, like, horrible flat that he found because that's the position I put him in.
But that's not your fault.
It's a little bit.
Well,
I could have put that on hold and actually ended my relationship but kept it amicable so that he could find somewhere, whereas it came out in such a big blowout. Like, and my parents were involved. He lived with them. He was a nice guy.
Yeah, but nice isn't always fun.
Yeah.
Like,
there you go.
He was vanilla.
Anyway, we're talking too much about that. People don't want to know about that.
Yeah, no, like, so we've met
Mr. Charismatic.
Oh, yeah, okay. I like
the
that.
name. I'm young, free and single. And yeah, it all just heats up from there. We're going out for dinners. He takes me to all different restaurants and he knows people in, like, every restaurant.
Yeah.
So we get treated like royalty wherever we go.
Got this wine on, got this.
Yes. Oh, let me tell you, no, you don't want to drink that. This will go with it better. Like, just...
And you're swooning. You're like, oh my God.
This is a bit of me. So yeah, then it all just moved really quickly from there. Charlotte then kind of finds out about his girlfriend.
Yeah, so I don't even know how it came about. I'm chatting at work one day. I'm just talking to someone at work. I'm saying, oh yeah, I was out last night. My friends met this guy, works here, from here. And one of the guys at work goes, what's his name? So I tell him his name and he's like, oh, I think he's living with
this name.
Really? Living with so-and-so? Like, I know this girl through work. What the fuck? This is crazy. Like, can't wait to tell Fern the gossip on this. I'm like, what the hell is going on? My God, this is that and the other.
I genuinely, and I don't know if I just blank stuff out. Like, I remember a conversation about finding out that this was going on.
Yeah.
Now, I think he had claimed, maybe he'd already told me actually, that there had been something going on, but that they were just living together now in separate rooms. It was all over and he's trying to get her to leave, but she won't leave and he can't get her out of the house. And
so hold that thought. When you go round to his, is there evidence of another woman there?
Yes. We were in bed.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I think my earring's fallen out. And I have never seen someone panic and help me find this earring so quick. Like, I've never seen that side of him, but pure panic. And I think I knew, but I don't know. You know,
it was exciting.
There was still the excitement. There was still the thought of like, oh, I'll win. Like, I'll be the one that, you know, and very immature.
Did it back then? Did you have any red flags?
Yeah.
No, as in like from then, I'm saying.
Well, after that point.
Yeah, as in the early...
After the point of knowing that he had a girlfriend, that he'd basically brought him around, because I think from somehow Charlotte knew, like, she was actually just away on holiday for this week.
Yeah, well...
He'd never really let me come round before then.
Yeah, so, like, we're going on lots of nights out. There's pictures on Facebook. She must have been friends with me on Facebook. Like, she's ringing me at work on the work phones to be like...
Oh, my God.
What's going on? How do you know so-and-so? And I'm like, oh, it works with my friend. I mean, eventually she was ringing me on my personal number. Like, I'll never forget her ringing me on my number in the days before hands free on your phone. I remember pulling up at the side of the road and taking the call from her. Like, which is...
Charlotte was embroiled in this.
Yeah, and it's like, I
Yeah.
felt in the middle of it because she's like, one of you is dating him.
Oh yeah, she didn't know if it was me or Charlotte because it was just these pictures.
Because it was like a few pictures of like 3 of us on a night out, and she's like, one of you is dating him. Like, I want to know what's going on. She's like, oh, I don't even know if we're bringing this up, but she's saying that they're having IVF. They want to have children together.
How long have they been together?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, as much as now looking back, I can probably believe that more of that is true than I was potentially willing to believe. Because remember, this man is charming, is like schmoozing me, is telling me how amazing I am, is also telling me that she's absolutely crazy, she's obsessed with him, she makes up stories, she won't leave. Like, I think at this point she'd, just very soon after that, she had moved out. And I
not
think
surprised.
he couldn't keep up the pretense for much more. But, you know, like, his story was as plausible as hers, I guess, and who am I going to believe at that point?
Yeah.
You were in love with him. You're going to believe him.
Yeah.
Like,
So, gullible, yes.
Were you in love with him at that point?
I don't know. Like, it's so hard to say and to remember. Like, honestly, my memories are quite...
It's like
Blurry.
PTSD. You just want to block it out.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He said it really early on. What's that called? Love bombing.
Love bombing.
He was an absolute love bomber. Like, when he said he loved me, he said he'd never said that to anyone before.
oh, yeah.
Bearing in mind, he had another child with another woman and apparently was having IVF with another woman. So, like, you know, it's
gosh.
that almost like the so over the top.
But also it is nice to hear.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look at me with my words of affirmation. I would have been like, marry me now.
So leads on to, we then decided we were getting married.
So how quick was that? As in,
I think it was about after 6 months.
yeah, it was
It was
about
kind
the
of
April
like,
time.
I'd moved in. Yeah, maybe about April. It was a discussion. It wasn't like a grand proposal. It was very much just like, should we get married? That was it. Like,
you were
it was
getting
happening.
married.
there was a ring though. I feel like I remember
Yeah,
saying
it was afterwards.
Yeah, you
It
said
was a post
yeah,
decision ring, which I found the receipt for.
recently.
No,
Oh, you mean
at the
just,
time, £20. So, you know what? I actually didn't care at the time.
But I feel like you're not materialistic.
No, I'm not. I don't even remember like telling my parents or how they reacted.
I do. They were away, and and you went over to theirs when they got back off
No, I
their
didn't.
holiday, and you told them, and then I ended up coming round to your parents' house, and we're like talking about a wedding.
To this day, I still sometimes go like, why didn't you say anything? Like, why didn't you stop
They
me? Why
couldn't.
didn't... I know that, really.
I know,
Charlotte said the
yeah.
same.
Oh,
Like,
no.
she was like...
You were infatuated with him. Like,
yeah.
you
And
would
if-
have taken his side. Like, you took his
Yes.
side against his girlfriend of the time. Like, and I remember talking to my mum about it, and she had a similar situation with one of her friends that ended up marrying a guy that my mum didn't like, bit of a narcissist. Very similar, really. And she says, you can choose to say something, but just know that you might lose her as a friend, or you just have to be there when things don't work out. And I think I went the
appreciate
latter.
that, you know, everyone's still here for me.
Hey, I've got a great story to tell out of it.
do.
Like, lesson learned. Like,
So we decide how cute we'll get married a year to the day that we met.
Full circle, beautiful.
Yeah. So it's planned for October. We get to maybe a month before the wedding, and red flags are flashing.
Oh gosh.
But to me, I think it was a pride thing.
Can
I
you-
had gone so over the top, probably got the hint that people weren't that keen.
Can you
Wanted
just
to be the
tell us
one-
the red flags? Or can we not?
Some
just...
drug use.
Okay.
It was claimed to be very casual, like, because I think I found it out, or it was when we were on nights out, he started just like disappearing to the toilets for really long periods of time. You know, these places that at first seemed really like special because we'd go and we'd get treated really well. Like, there was like secrets going on that I just wasn't aware of and wasn't a part of. And then like his behavior would like switch, so I could like see this switch in him, and it just stopped me wanting to like be on these nights out. I was like, I'm not enjoying this anymore. There was obviously still then the nice times when, say, like, we just went out for a meal or something. Those were still really nice, and there was a lot. It was a really passionate relationship. You know, that's how it got to that point that we were getting married a year to the day that we met. I just went through with a wedding because, like, it wasn't that I necessarily wanted to end the relationship there and then, but I think I knew that we'd gone too quick with the marriage.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. And like you say, it almost becomes like I can change him.
Oh, 100%.
I mean,
He'll get better for me.
I'm the one. He's never said he's loved anyone like he's loved me.
We're married, and
In October.
we're going on our honeymoon, and he just turned really nasty one night. I think he was just like almost like still going through like a bit of withdrawal. I don't know if that's a thing.
I mean, I don't know how like much drug use there was really. Like,
Oh, it was like every night after work.
oh, okay. Okay. 'Cause
So
I
obviously
know
working
there's,
in
like,
hospitality,
yeah, you're partying every night.
yeah, like and he used to sell it to me. I was like, well, if people go out for a drink after work, like just because that's from 5 till 6 doesn't mean that my drink after work from 2 till 3 in the morning is any different. I'm like, but it is, because it's a different scene at that point.
Yeah.
And it's also once you're settled, then maybe your priorities will change a little bit. Or...
So this brings me to December when I'm ringing Charlotte from Morrison's. I've peed on a stick. There's 2 lines. I'm in Morrison's. I'm trying to buy another test.
oh my God.
Was he with you when you rang me?
No.
The signal in that Morrison's is shit as well. Like, and I was at work. It was. I want to say, was it Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
I was at work.
I think it might have been the day before Christmas Eve.
I remember it being quite quiet in work, and I'm like, let me go somewhere else and try and get better signal. Like, and I was like, what
gosh.
the hell?
So we've got 2 lines on a stick.
Like, I was excited though.
Excited. But
I feel like I was living in an episode of Sex and the City. Like, yeah, my friend's met someone. It's all exciting. Like, now she's pregnant. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. So that happened. I'm then obviously pregnant. So not drinking, not going out. Even like if we're going out for meals, I'm not having a drink. I'm losing some of my appeal to him. Had baby in September. That's a whole other story. She was due August 30th. She was born September 14th.
Wow.
Different story, different
Well
day.
cooked.
It was...
At any of these, kind of from the stage where you were pregnant until giving birth, at any point was he kind of like nasty? I mean, like aggressive, nasty. Was there any like really obvious like?
So it wasn't like aggression, violence, but it was still like coming in at 3 a.m, being like violently sick multiple nights a week. I was like, you are doing, like, you're taking too much, whatever this is. And there was like obviously arguments and you need to stop this. This isn't healthy. There is about to be a baby in this household. Like, this cannot happen.
Can I just say, didn't you have one of his friends living with you at this point?
That was later on.
Later on. Wow. I also think we forget that, like, you've had his other daughter over the summer holidays before you gave birth.
That's
For
another
6
story in
weeks,
itself.
Like,
Yeah. I think it was 5 weeks she ended up coming over for.
he worked all of it.
I think I ended up going on maternity leave because it was obviously, I was due end of August, and I think she came over partway through July. So I was on
Just when you
maternity
were.
leave. You know, so working in restaurants, you know, I'd got to the point where I just couldn't keep up anymore.
No.
She comes over and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to be like looking after her sometimes when he's at work, but he only works, you know, say he starts work
night.
he doesn't have to start till 6. So like he gets the whole day with her, and then I'm there to maybe put her to bed or... Bear in mind, she doesn't speak English.
Oh my God.
It's not funny, but
and I don't
this
speak
is
Spanish.
Insane. Like, this is insane the more I think about it.
And he just would be out all the time.
Wild. Anyway.
So he would talk before I met her, like, about how amazing, like, he is as a dad and how she needs him as a father. And the only reason why they're not together was because something to do with a mother. And they live together in the UK, but she went back to Spain and that's not on him. You know, he can tell a good story, a good sob story.
yeah.
But I was left to look after this little girl who didn't want to be looked after by me, and I couldn't speak her language.
so what did you do?
I don't know. We survived somehow. Like, I had another friend that was pregnant, so like I'd take her out with them because she had like a younger niece, I think. So at least there was like someone that you know, like kids don't necessarily need a language to play.
No, they don't.
Obviously, to like parent a child, which is what I was having to do, language helps. So anyway, that again, another red flag. He didn't care while she was there. So I'm already pregnant with a kid.
Did you, at any point were you like, I want to get out of this relationship before you gave birth?
Probably. I mean, there's times it's ups and downs. I think that's, you know, when I talk about my life now being quite steady, like it was a roller coaster. We'd be fine. We'd have big talks. I think there was only once where we had like an argument that ended up in him like storming out. But other than that, like we'd talk it through. He'd promise he would change. He'd like beg. He'd like say, of course I'll change. Like, of course I love you. Of course I love this baby. But yeah, do I see it actually happening? I'm losing faith, I think, at this point, but I'm in. Like, I'm married, I'm pregnant. So yeah, baby number 1 arrives.
Yeah.
And I am convinced, like, this is his new fresh start, will be a happy family. Like, this will be it.
How was he with baby number 1?
So if we talk about like labour, I think, so I ended up going in for an induction. So I went in on Friday morning, and I think by about 10 o'clock that night, I wanted him gone. I remember they ended up giving me gas and air on like the Saturday night, and I remember he'd gone out for a cigarette, and I was just like, you can go. I was a little bit, I'd gone a little bit happy, and I was just like, I don't need you. I'll ring my mum. She can come.
And did he go?
He was fuming with me.
Oh,
no, fuming.
Of course.
Because he's very important.
Yeah, narcissist.
So anyway, have the baby. We're at home. Yeah, he's just not changed. So I'm thinking, like, surely you're going to come straight home at 11 so that you can go to bed, you can get up at a reasonable time. Because if you're not coming home till 5 o'clock in the morning,
A baby's
you're not
just about to get up,
Yeah.
aren't they?
and then he has to sleep. Well, I've been up, so why wouldn't I sleep? So we lived separate lives. There was no us. And he carried on with his life, and my life changed dramatically. You know, as much as we might have been able to go out when I was pregnant, I wasn't going out anymore. That's gone. Clearly there was enough us for a year later for me to be pregnant.
Just rewind slightly. Were your parents aware of anything at this point?
I relied a lot on my mum. I think I struggled. I was very, very lonely. No one else, none of you guys were.
None of us had children.
You'd
I'd
gone
gone
to
to Australia, yeah.
You were in Norwich,
Yeah.
London. I don't know where you were at that point.
Neither do I.
I had a friend that I worked with that had a baby as well, like a month later. So like we'd go on little play dates, but it wasn't the same. She had a partner. She had support. Like I didn't have that.
I remember you saying like he would be annoyed that you'd always be doing things with your mum.
Yeah.
But you said, well, you don't want to do anything.
He, to be fair, stopped with the drugs.
Yeah.
Got a different job that took him out of the hospitality
Oh,
world.
true, yeah.
So he would have weekends off now. And so I was like, perfect. Like, we can do family things. I'm like, let's go swimming. Let's go to the park. Let's go to the garden centre. Oh, I'm tired. I've worked all week. So I was like, I'm not going to sit in. So I would ring my mum at that point. Bearing in mind, like I say, like I'd pretty much see her. I think she worked one day a week. And other than that day, every day she would be with me. I hated the thought of being on my own. Honestly, an absolute hero.
Yeah.
You know, she got me through that year.
But then you had another baby.
And I loved it.
Having another.
Yeah.
I remember you always said it made you almost feel whole having another.
Yeah. I think it completed me and my family. Me and my two girls were our own family then. I didn't need him anymore. And I think that was where he really lost control. I was very much tied to him for money. He was very controlling with money. We didn't have a joint bank account. I wasn't really earning. He would put £100 in my account, but I was expected to do all the shopping with that. Any days out, obviously, like that I went on, say if I met this other mum that I used to work with, you know, you go to a play centre with kids, it's expensive. It's like £15 for the kid and £5 for the parent, and then you have lunch out. So I'm like, well, am I not meant to do those things? And he would have been so happy to know I was sat in the house all day. Like that's where he wanted me.
And having his dinner ready when he walked through the door.
I then met another friend when I had second baby. So we met on like a Facebook group. We were like due the same day. Our first kids ended up being born like a week apart. So we got really close and we'd go on like walks and just like lose track of time. And he'd get home and ring me furious that his dinner wasn't ready. And to be fair, at that point, my mum was like, well, you know, he is working and maybe you should come round to it. But like I said, after I had my second, I was like, I don't need you anymore.
No.
I feel so much better in myself. I think there might have been elements of like postnatal depression after my first that was just in denial of.
Probably.
Never really addressed that. But honestly, after having my second, I was like, I feel great. And I didn't need him anymore. And I was so over him.
Did you go back to work after the second?
When my maternity leave, saying like in quotations, maternity leave with the second was coming to an end, I was like, I can't afford, like nursery's so expensive. There wasn't any funding really then until they were like 3. So it was like to put them into a nursery for me to go and work in a restaurant, it wouldn't even cover the bills.
Yeah.
So I'd started looking at other opportunities and I'd found an opportunity to retrain. So that was going to start in a few months' time after my second one was 1. My parents invited us on a holiday. He wouldn't take the time off work for it.
Wow.
He was self-employed, so he claimed like it's just a loss of earnings. I'm like, but you've got to live a life alongside it. Like I'm saying, he's not going out on the weekends. He's too tired, apparently. He can't do anything. You know, we're living such separate lives. He doesn't like me anymore. He like literally would like drop dirty washing on the floor and be like, why aren't you picking that up? And I just didn't care.
Crazy.
So I think like if we're talking post first baby, I was really trying to be like the person he wanted me to be.
Yeah.
And after second, I was like, I don't need you. Like, I'm done. And I really was
crazy.
done. So I guess it was just a matter of time.
I wasn't privy to any of this. I mean, I know I lived abroad at the time, but I remember coming back from Canada. I remember coming to her first birthday and it being like, it felt like a very idyllic family. Like he had his friends over, like it was this like little chilled thing at the house. And then a week later, I went round for a catch up. I walked through the door. I must have been there all of about 5 minutes. Fern doesn't drink brews at that point. So like we're sat there with a pot of grapes. Me and Mr. Charismatic, we're separating. I don't think it was decided on a divorce at that point, but
I
she's
think
like,
it was.
she's like,
Just cool as a cucumber.
it was like the most normal thing. And I was like, what the fuck?
Also, what's hilarious in these situations is, you know, when you say that, like, oh, we're no longer together, it's like, at what point do we all say, we didn't like him, he was wrong? It's like, you can't say it straight, just wait until the papers are signed. Oh, we're so pleased.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know when it really came out that we didn't like him. No, I wasn't his biggest fan, but as my grandma always says, we'll love them while you love them, and when you don't love them, we won't love them.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we were very amicable. I think, again, like, so he'd just chosen not to come on this holiday. I didn't care. I was happier. He was such a drain on me. Like, trying to keep someone happy.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
When did things escalate? Oh, are we?
No, we can go there.
Okay.
Because
I remember
Because
this
when
phone
did
call.
you start like living together then?
yeah, so this is the story, isn't it?
This is the escalation.
So we were so amicable. The decision that we weren't right for each other, that we should separate, that we would ultimately get a divorce, that it was done, was fine. There was like no emotion in it. Now, it then turns out like I find like condoms in his pocket whilst I've been away. He's been sleeping with another woman. I still didn't care.
I didn't know that.
That's the one where you found
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I knew this because I was fuming.
Yeah, Larissa went and did a little
Detective.
Facebook stalk
Deep
for
dive.
me. And after the point of which I'd left the house, she found my furniture from this house on this lady's Facebook page selling my
Selling it?
furniture.
Absolute bitch.
I mean, she was probably besotted with him. He'd probably told her all the same things he'd
Oh.
told
Same
me.
cycle all over
My
again.
wife, she's a psycho. She's
Yeah.
this, she's that. She's got like, she won't let me see my 2 children.
Yes, all of the above. So we decided this. We'd had this party. While you were at the party, that was already a decision made. He was then having his daughter over. So his daughter from Spain was coming over. Really poorly timed, but it was already agreed. She was coming over. Now, at this point, obviously, I'd made it very clear that this was nothing to do with me, that I was not going to be responsible for her. Like, I don't know her. Again, we
For
still
someone
don't
else's
speak the
child.
same language.
Yeah.
This is for you to spend quality time. So I was like, it's better that she comes over for 4 days, a week. So it all escalates one night. We've got the baby next to us in the cot. We're still having to share a bed because
Oh, is that not really tough?
yeah. But like, I'm
You got, like,
still
a pillow
breastfeeding
Oh, like what's the
this
vibe?
baby that's in the cot. So to me, I'm like, you need to leave.
Yeah.
He would not leave. Absolutely not. This is his bed and this is where he'll sleep. Very stubborn, very arrogant as well. Let's put some other words on top of this
Yeah.
charismatic. And then one night his daughter gets upset and he brings her into bed. So then he's like pressed himself up against me. And I'm like, you just need to get out of the bed. Like, you go into that bed with her. Like, just get out. And it all gets very, very heated. I go to get my phone to ring my mum to be like, just come and get me. He takes the phone.
Let park this.
Go.
Have you got a car at this point? Do you have your own car?
He had the van.
Were
I
you,
thought you did
were
have a car.
driving his car.
Maybe. Yeah, it was his car though.
Yeah.
I didn't have, like, I had nothing. He like, I didn't have any money. I didn't have any possessions.
Wow.
I like had nothing. So I was going to like ring my mum to just like, I don't even know if I was asking her to come and get me, but I was just like, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Like he'd got so aggressive, violent, I guess. Like he grabbed my phone off me and I was like trying to grab it back off him. Bearing in mind, he's 6'6", I'm 5'2". I'm literally stood on the bed he's put it above his head.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to reach this phone. He ends up then like running down the stairs with it, opens the patio doors and throws it into next door's garden.
I remember this story.
Oh
It's
my
horrific.
God.
Yeah.
So then what did you do?
Absolutely panicking. He's like screaming, he's shouting. We had a house phone. I rang 999.
Good.
Wild. You had a house phone.
Yeah.
Thank God for house
Throwback.
Proper little dial-up with like a
cord.
attached, a cord,
Oh my
everything.
gosh.
Yeah, so I rang the police and they ended up coming really quickly, sort of separated us, like, because I was on the other end of the line and I could hear the baby crying upstairs. And I was like, I need to go and get her. They were like, right, go and get her, but then like come back to the phone.
Yeah.
So I ended up going upstairs and he's holding her. I was like, you just need to pass her to me now. Like,
Oh, God, this made me go like...
yeah, I'm like, pass her to me. Because to me, I'm like, I don't believe your love for anyone. And I
Yeah.
don't know how much of a weapon you will use anyone as. And like the fear
Oh my
in me.
God.
He eventually gave it to me. The police turn up, like sort of take us into separate rooms and like, you know, this is all on body cam. Like we kind of have to arrest you both. He's claiming you've attacked him.
Oh my God.
He's got like marks on his wrist because I was grabbing to try and get my phone off him.
You were arrested.
Well, I wasn't arrested. They were
I'm just
kind of like,
for your like Hinge profile now, like two truths, one lie.
no, but they were kind of saying like, you're both making allegations against each other. I was like, I don't want anything to happen. I just want to leave. Like, I just want to get out of here with my children. And at that point, I then have to explain that this other child's not mine, so she can stay.
Just leave
Oh my
her.
God.
No, and that sounds really heartless.
No,
but I'm
no.
like, she's happier staying with him
Yeah.
than she would be being whisked
Can you
away.
imagine?
And that
What
was
she
the more the reason why I was like, I want nothing to happen to him because she would be there on her own, or you know, like me with her.
She's become your responsibility all of a sudden.
Or just like the fear of God in her. Like, there's nowhere.
yeah, she's not from
Like, the
England,
only
I
person
think.
she's got.
And the police with the lights and the sirens. I mean, like, she must have just been like, what the...
Yeah. Traumatic.
How old was she at that point?
Goodness.
She must be getting up for 6.
More than that?
Yeah, I was
maybe
gonna say.
7. The police take me. He is then like, because my eldest child is still asleep, has managed to sleep through this whole thing. And he's like, oh yeah, you just leave her here. That's fine. Leave her with me. And like, I turned to the police officer. I was like, I'm not going without her.
Yeah.
They were like, give us the baby and go and get
Oh,
your
sorry.
other child. So
Oh my gosh.
we went in a police car, me, my 2 children, to my parents' house.
Were they not beside themselves when you turned up in a police car?
Well, I think they were like, ring them and let them know. They'd end up, the police had gone through into the guard. They'd like pulled up the fence panel and gone through and found my phone, smashed, like, but found it. I don't know if they'd rang them maybe, which obviously is not a phone call you want to get.
No.
But I think they had to make sure that like they were happy to almost take me. Like, you know, that
Yeah.
I wasn't just given this random address or... So yeah, like barely packed a bag, put the baby in the car seat, I had a little one like next to me, and off we went.
It's
And
like
that's
a
it. That was the end. And I did not sleep
gosh.
that like night. The breakup was not traumatic, but that night, like, I couldn't sleep. I was like, I can't even fathom that this is real. This isn't real.
And-
this hasn't
Yeah.
happened.
I'm also picturing like you turn up at your parents' house, like you guys are now just all in like your old bedroom.
Oh yeah, 3 of us in a double bed.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's kind of cute
Yeah,
when I
it's
think
like-
about it, but like not in the same vein. But
Yeah, like all I do is just turn to like protective mum mode.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
It's like, you can fuck with me, but don't fuck with my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a bit like when we
I
saw
love the way-
furniture. Didn't care about the furniture, but I think it was like the girls'
kids,
drawers.
yeah.
I was like, no, that's not on.
I love
That's
the,
a story for another day.
I love the way you say like my kids, like they're at this point they're not even his. Like you like me
Yeah.
I
and
mean,
my
they
kid,
never
like,
had been. It's not
nah.
even like I was taking them away from him. He'd not been a part of their lives living with them.
Yeah.
One for 1 year and one for nearly 3 years. Like, he'd chosen that. He'd chosen that with his other daughter.
Yeah.
He likes the idea and he likes the stories in his head, but
Yeah.
I was like, I'm done waiting for
Gives
you
a
to
good
change.
chat.
Yeah, it's all about the chat.
I feel like you've shared a lot there.
Yeah.
It's a lot maybe a lot to take in. First time for people. We have heard the story before, even though there was like parts of it I feel like I wasn't aware of.
And new sections. I feel like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like there's bits I don't know if I just don't remember them or you only hear snippets of it.
I lived it and I feel like I tell a story and I feel like quite shaky now. Like it has, you know, maybe I haven't fully dealt with it all.
I feel like it's probably not all ever come out in one huge story like this either.
Yeah.
And I do think...
And there's so much more to tell.
Oh,
It didn't stop there. Just divorcing someone doesn't mean that they're out of your life.
Well, maybe we need to park it for a part 2.
I think so.
And because I feel like Larissa's got so many questions.
So many questions.
Do you guys have any questions?
Yeah.
Let us know. Like, what do you want to know?
Like, what do you want to know?
You know, I've shared quite a lot, but...
And if anyone's going through anything similar, like I found that just listening to it, and I've heard it before, actually quite a lot. Yeah.
I mean, if anyone is listening to it, can we signpost some places to get help? Like, I don't know. Like
maybe.
It's an awful thing to go through.
And you were so lucky to have your family, really. I've been so amazing. Like your mum and dad. I always say they can adopt me whenever they're ready. Not that I don't love my own mother, but like...
Yeah, but you can have 2 sets of parents.
I know.
They call you their other daughter anyway.
I know.
She comes around on Boxing Day.
I know. Your dad's always like... I'll remember when we were talking about like your wedding and I was like, oh, I just don't imagine getting married. I don't know. Your dad was like, I'll be like your dad on the wedding day if you want. And I was like... Anyway, I could cry now, but let's not. Let's call it a day for this episode. We'll come back with a part 2.
Yeah.
And some more questions. Seems almost crazy to end on a good shit only, but like, let's bring the vibes back up. That's the whole idea of good shit only.
I do actually have a good shit only.
Do it.
I have been bossing editing.
You have.
Me and this editing software. I mean, I've been watching a few YouTube videos, much better than my plumbing YouTube videos. Not into that. But editing can't go that wrong, can it? I mean, I could delete it all, but so what? We'll just talk again.
Yeah. Good shit only. We finally got socials this week as well. We are, I think we should say that we are very busy people and we do like bulk record a couple of episodes at a time.
It's hard to get together.
Yeah, Fern and I have full-time jobs. Larissa is parents of 2 under 3. Well,
just turned 3.
Just turned 3.
Full house renovation.
Yeah.
Been in hospital with gallbladder.
I know. She's still here. I am impressed.
Yeah, we're still here.
I was like, I know that these guys are going to think I'm going to bail, but I'm fucking going to show up.
We did talk. Was it this morning? I was like, is Larissa still coming? And I was like, yeah. Backing it in.
Yes.
Yeah,
the
baby.
Love it.
Let's call it a day.
Right. Well,
goodbye, everyone.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things.